Hey, it looks like I got another stalker on YouTube. This time it's an attorney. Now I've had attorneys come on board or come on my pay on board on my page and harass me and taunt me and say I don't know what I'm doing. Even though my guys and some others are winning in court. And so an attorney is coming from his moral high ground. An attorney is on here talking crap about me. We all know that the biggest scum in the world of, outside of legal folks who traffic drugs, children, guns, and stuff. The biggest scum in, you know, any business or in our economy are used car salesmen, um, and in the public sector, public services, politicians, and then there's lawyers. They lie for a living. There's scum. Now, there's a few good ones out there, but everybody has lawyer jokes because lawyers lie for a living. And now I have a lawyer on here who wants to argue with me because he doesn't have time to do his real job. And because, there's a scripture that says knowledge puffs up. Knowledge, if you learn something and know something, you think you're the stuff and you think you're the ish because you know something and your head gets huge. Well, do you know everything about everything in the universe? I mean, George Washington Carver knew everything about the peanut, and it took his whole life to come up with all the, couple hundred things he did to different ways to use the peanut, peanut butter, peanut this, peanut that, use the peanut shells for whatever. That was just one thing out of the billions or trillions of things in this world that could be known. Like scientists, they say, our own oceans are unexplored. Caves and dwellings under the land are things that we haven't found or seen. So some lawyer, some prima donna, self-righteous, condescending, arrogant prick comes on my page and thinks he knows more than me, and he thinks he's educating me, and he gets, some kind of, um, you know, scorned lover, stalker type of gratification from stalking me. And a lot of these lawyers are sick like that. They love arguing and they get all juiced up and riled up. My baby's mom's attorney was like that. He would slap his face in the courtroom like he's an MMA fighter before the hearing. And we're talking about people's lives and stuff. Most of these lawyers are subhuman pieces of garbage. Or they're just regular people who go in and fake. They're fake and they're phony and they pretend to actually care, and all they care about is money, which is fine if you're going to fight the right way. So let's take a look at this stalker of mine and all of his taunts. So you can see this guy with the initial D as in dog. He said, I'm talking about, one of my clients sued somebody for $25,000. He paid $1,500 for an attorney and he got $25,000. And he's trying to downplay. Oh, that's a small civil case. That's possible. Your name calling and self-interest detract, however. Sounds like a bozo was practicing law without a license. Oh, look here. I'm going to take my screenshot of his public display. Ooh, I'm scared. This is such an adolescent. Look at this. This is such an adolescent, middle school, 8th grade cheerleader level drama. It sounds like I think it's a David here. So this guy has so much feminine energy and estrogen oozing out of him. He's got nothing better to do than to stalk me. And then he says, he replied in this one, Dear Washington State Bar. I'm so scared of this guy. A couple more things. So he first started off, I don't do family law, but self-represented persons never win in civil court outside of minimal cases and small claims court. So first of all, he's lying. I know people who went to federal court and sued for custody of their kids when the civil court, when the family court screwed up. But then, then I replied about this guy who spent $1,500 on an attorney, and he got $25,000. That's 17 times more. Okay. And then he's like, oh, 25,000 is small or whatever. So it's David S 94938. So he's an attorney, somewhere in the 94938 zip code. And let's see what he also says. So when I call him out and Okay. Sounds like a bozo is practicing law without a license. So he comes on here to share with us how smart he is. He wants everybody to, worship him and get his rocks off on, a father's rights page. Obviously, he's a sellout radical feminist, feminine little simp, who, it looks like he's in the uh, Lagunitas forest area, or Lagunitas, California. So he's a Southern Cal attorney. I guess that's Southern Cal. Maybe it's, let me just check. A lot of the Hispanic cities obviously are Southern Cal, so. It's Bay Area. No wonder he has all this feminine, fruity energy going on. This bozo is practicing law without a license. Oh, looky here. I'm going to take me a screenshot of this public display. And then he says, Dear Washington State Bar. He's actually really stupid, because if he wants to complain about me practicing law without a license, he has to do the practice of law board. So I dare him. I can't wait. Can't wait to see this stalker of mine, who has nothing better to do than to sit here and threaten a bar complaint. So he's going to go get his buddies where, some of these attorneys. So this guy's going to go get his little gang of attorneys, and they're all going to gang up on me. And he's going to call his little union of all the, all his buddies, and they're going to come get me. That's like, a middle school cheerleader saying, I'm going to get my brother and he's going to come beat you up or whatever. Or I'm going to get my sister and we're going to stomp you like we're going to go get my gang. This is, if you guys didn't already know how pathetic and what subhuman piece of garbage demons these attorneys are, this guy's coming and trolling me. The attorneys who aren't sexually deviant perverts and mentally ill, they love me up here. So this guy thinks he's going to run to the bar. I've already dealt with the bar on this, so nothing's going to happen. But I invite him to try. So I'm daring this punk little sissy little biatch to actually make a complaint, since he's so much smarter than me, and I've fought off a couple of complaints like this. I dare him. If he's so smart, he should be able to file a complaint and something will come of it. I dare you, dude. David S. in Lagunitas, area in the Bay Area in California. This guy's sitting here frowning upon me while I'm sharing information and exercising my First Amendment right. And he wants to knock it and wants to shut it down. This is why these attorneys are against you people. You, the people. The people. You people that are lower than them. They think they know it all. This is what politicians are, mostly people with law degrees. And the attorneys that I know, J. Michael Gallagher in Seattle, Washington, sexually harasses his own female clients. Opposing parties. At mediation, I had a lady in my office. She said J. Michael Gallagher came into a mediation that was at his office, went in one room with the father, would come in another room with the woman and flirt with her and touch her and say, I got so many houses and this and that. He sexually harassed secretaries at his office, but he kept the number of employees there under 6 or 7 or 8 so that it wouldn't qualify as a federal lawsuit, so they couldn't win a lawsuit. Donald Farrell, one of the buddies of David from the Bay Area. David, who's stalking me like a scorned ex-gay lover, is another one of his friends is Don Farrell up in Seattle, or his comrades that he's going to go to tattle on me. Don Farrell intentionally lost cases for women clients. They would lose everything. He said, oh, you poor beautiful thing, you can come live with me since you're broke now, which he set up. And then he would say, you could work off your bill by, you can work off your bill by doing free labor, legal secretary stuff in my home office. So he would set up a slave labor operation. I know an attorney in Tacoma who was married to a family law commissioner, and he forced oral sex on some of his female clients. Plenty of reports of that. This guy is going to go tattle to a gang of sexually deviant perverts that go to the same cocaine wife-swapping parties that he does. These are the people that are after you, that don't like you, that rip you off. I dare him to do something. Go ahead, punk.